Wae Rebo was a secluded hamlet until it became a tourist village as it is today. How did Wae Rebo turn from a remote hamlet into a tourist village? Hey heritage fans, I'm Amor and I'm passionate about heritage tourism. For my videos, I'll share with you my exploration of heritage sites and heritage tourism, mostly in my home country, Indonesia, and occasionally in other countries. Here's one of my stories. I always had been intrigued to visit the traditional village of Wae Rebo in the island of Flores, East Nusa Tenggara Province, Indonesia. It was only in early November 2021 when I finally had the chance of visiting Wae Rebo on a fully organized field trip with my tourism students and my colleagues. We started off in Labuan Bajo, a port town on the western coast of Flores. After about 5 hours of car ride through a winding road, we arrived at Danga village at noon. From here, we continued with a 4-hour trek to Wae Rebo. We eventually arrived at Wae Rebo just before the sunset. It was quite bright when we got to Wae Rebo. That familiar, iconic view of Wae Rebo I only saw on the internet was just right in front of my eyes. Seven cone-shaped traditional houses sit in a semicircle line on a plateau surrounded by forested mountains. And I tell you, it looked exactly as stunning as it does on the pictures. Wae Rebo is situated 1100 meters above sea level, enjoying a relatively cool climate throughout the year. Visitors are drawn here not only because of its extraordinary views, but also to experience local cultural heritage, such as staying inside the extra embaruniang built for guests, interacting with locals, and learning how locals live their daily life. At certain times, visitors can observe local ceremonies such as that to honor local ancestor spirits and the Almighty, and watch dance performances. The history of Wae Rebo community is quite interesting. According to one of the elders, their ancestors came from western Sumatra, about 3,400 kilometers away from Flores. Today, there are 1,200 community members who live in Wae Rebo, and they are said to be the 18th generation since their forefathers first arrived and settled in the region. Wae Rebo did not instantly turn into a tourist village. According to one source, the first visit by outsiders to the hamlet ever recorded was in 1984. During that time, the local community still depended on agriculture, which produced rice, corns, yams, and coffee beans, among others. However, due to a more unpredictable climatic condition in the following decade, the produce kept decreasing in volume. Such condition made local community wondered if there was an alternative way to sustain their livelihood. In the early 2000s, a concerned local community member initiated a contact with an expert in ecotourism in Jakarta to help address the issue. So here's the milestone. Together with a number of external organizations, both at national and international levels, the Wae Rebo community launched numerous efforts to build their hamlet as a cultural village, such as renovating their traditional houses, known as Baruniang, conserving the local natural ecosystem, rebuilding their local economy, building community skills in hospitality, and creating a tourist market. As a result, one of their achievements was receiving an award of excellence from UNESCO in 2012 for their renovated vernacular houses.
Ya, oke, sekarang kita sedang menghadap Desa Wae Rebo, ya intinya mungkin ya. Jadi kalau teman-teman lihat di sini ada 7 rumah. Nah, di tengah itu teman-teman bisa lihat ada satu rumah yang paling besar. Jadi semacam intinya atau pusatnya, di mana di situ tinggal ketua adatnya, begitu. Lalu 3 rumah yang di sisi kiri dan kanan masing-masing itu adalah rumah untuk yang meninggalkan atau yang tinggal di desa ini. Tadi malam kita sampai di sini, tidak malam sih, mungkin sekitar maghrib ya. Lalu kita langsung ke rumah yang di tengah itu, kita disambut oleh ketua adat ya atau kepala desa di sini. Karena itu adalah satu prosedur ya. Kalau tamu baru datang lalu disambut oleh ketua atau kepala desanya. Lalu setelah mengobrol sebentar baru kita boleh jalan-jalan atau melakukan aktivitas lain gitu, termasuk.
What's more, the number of visitors to Wae Rebo rose tenfold from as many as 393 in 2011 to 3,446 in 2015 and kept increasing 7,000 in 2018. Wae Rebo is an example of a village that applies both ecotourism and community-based tourism to help sustain its economy. Ecotourism allows communities to generate income without relying too much on natural resource to minimize negative effects on the environment, while community-based tourism allows local community to actively participate in local tourism activities, such as providing accommodation and food and beverages for visitors. In Wae Rebo, receiving new incomes from tourism doesn't mean local community abandon their agricultural sector. Instead, tourism strengthens local economy in that local community is able to gain additional incomes from tourism aside from agriculture. Some of the incomes were used for heritage conservation, including preserving their maruniang, as well as for other purposes such as funding local youth's education and maintaining pensions for the elders.
Halo Miss Hana.
Hai,
Kita lagi lihat apa nih Miss?
ini saya lagi melihat struktur bangunan dalam Niang.
Rumah Niang ya?
Ya, rumah Niang. Tinggi sekali ternyata ke atas ya saya.
Ya.
Dan apa ya? Langsung lepas gitu.
Iya.
Nggak ada atap sekatnya sehingga nggak panas, adem
Iya.
banget gitu.
Nah, jadi kalau kita lihat ada berapa lapis ya ke atas? 2 kali ya?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 ya?
Empat.
Wah, tinggi
4
sekali.
lapis. Dan pada saat ini sebenarnya ada tingkat atasnya ya, kayaknya bisa ditambah tingkat atas.
Iya,
Selain
kalau
tidur
mau,
di sini, di atas ini juga kayaknya bisa tidur.
Ya, kalau mau bisa sih. Jadi ada berapa tingkat ya? Di sini 1, 2, 3, 4 ya, 4. Wah.
Tapi kayaknya di atas terlalu tinggi sekali.
Iya,
Paling sini.
iya.
Dan itu juga udah dingin banget.
Udah dingin ya.
Tadi malam.
Udara cukup
Udaranya
ya.
dingin masuk.
Oke. Yuk.
Ayo kita pulang.
In brief, the tourism development in Wae Rebo began with local communities' aspiration to help sustain their livelihood after facing challenges with their crops. With the help from external organizations, local community developed ecotourism and implemented community-based tourism to help strengthen local economy. We left Wae Rebo on the following day, tracking the same track we passed before. Even though the trekking was physically challenging, our visit to Wae Rebo was both exhilarating and insightful. Let me know what you think of this video. In the next one, I will share with you my experience with my trek to Wae Rebo. If you find my video useful, please like, subscribe, and share it. Thank you so much, and see you on my next video.